normal fire effect with an explosion effect. It will be in the rare shop for exactly 200 rupees plus or minus 20.
Nicely done. And while you have gone through that, our runners are taking off.
Now, I did forget to mention we might have a wood sword shuffle, which we do.
Yeah, it's potion shop, so where will that wooden sword be found? Will it even matter?
Well, it might not be a potion shop if we have blank hints, but here's a level.
There was a level.
The Green Dungeon.
Now, we are using first quest shapes, so that is, you remember the eagle, the crescent, all of those shapes exist as they did before.
This is level 5.
You
Sorry to cut you off, but yeah.
How so?
Based on the start location and what rooms are available, that pretty much screams level 5. Even with randomized dungeon rooms, it's pretty quick to tell. My apologies about cutting you off there. I just,
No. It is perfectly fine in this case. I honestly wasn't sure.
Interesting that Captain Green is the only person that didn't go into the Green Dungeon. That's a good money.
Well, that's because Captain Green was making green.
Alright, that's fair.
129 rupees for the large secret. That will help for purchasing that book. Of course, it's entirely possible we may not even need it. Which would, of course, disappoint me greatly.
So, at this point, we can determine that we have either not vanilla hints, we either have all community, all helpful, or mixed hints. Because we have community hints in the shops.
Uh-oh, Blue Lionel's guarding the Armo spot with a recorder, and I think Malagor just picked it up in time.
He did. This screen is terrible. Don't ever do this screen. Even if it has silvers, just don't do the screen.
Which screen are you referring to?
That Armo screen.
Oh. I mean, you can't help that Blue Lionels were generated right there.
Yes, you can.
Oh, hold on. Level 9 has been found at the magical sword location. Now, our runners know what they need to go in, and that is 4 Triforce pieces.
However, what dungeons they get those Triforce pieces out of is completely and totally up to them.
That is a fair point.
We see that 36 for the mid-secret means that we are not going to have any issues with money in the seed.
Also, Trenton GL in chat brings up an important point. Oh! As Malagor takes an unfortunate death. So, that good point. Level 9 is at the grave area. That is, by programming logic, a power bracelet required spot, even though we don't need the power bracelet to open it. So if we ever see a hint that says that the power bracelet leads to something, and we confirm that the hint is true, that means we have an item in level 9.
Assuming there's no other power bracelet block dungeon, we find our candle shop.
That is fair point. Also, meat is cheap.
Ooh. Unfortunate for Malagord, he did not get the large secret out of the Deadwoods before going there. He could have bought that candle. And probably that meat.
And very nicely done on Captain Green's part. Has the recorder, all 3 can whistle around as soon as they get some Triforce pieces.
Speaking of Triforce pieces, what are those anyway?
The Triforce pieces, hold on, take any. I mean, the Triforce pieces are 8 pieces that... Wait, were you actually intending for me to answer that in a serious manner or some joking manner?
Well, I mean, if we only need 4 Triforces, for one, it's not a Triforce because we don't need 3 of them, and for the other hand, we're only getting half of it. So it's kind of hard to call it a Triforce when there's only 3, and then you gotta get 4 pieces.
I didn't realize that we were going into Quad Force or Tetra Force territory here.
I'm just yammering at this point. Don't mind me. Anyway.
Yeah, Random Effect finds Medium Secret at Vanilla level 6. And Malagord... Malagord, you're right near the big secret.
I think he's gonna go grab it real quick. He might go back to that vanilla level 1 candle shop. Candle shop, rather, not candle shop.
And 18 rupees for the small secret. LOZ would be thrilled.
Plus, we have 7 rupee bombs, I believe. I saw that at some point.
As did I. So at least if we're not going to have total Boomstick, we'll have plenty of boom. Alright, Captain Green is now on the east side. I don't know if PC load letter is the door repair or if it is a wasted hint.
Well, if the rupees did not go down, then it is a wasted hint.
I didn't catch the rupee amounts. I did catch a letter, though. And now we're gonna see what's on the coast.
To answer the question in chat, yes, Dracados, this is swordless. Nobody has found a sword yet. There's one.
Well, that's the magical sword at what some people call the forgotten spot. Why? I don't know. I forgot.
Wait, that's a spot?
My point exactly.
It's like trying to remember all the power bracelet spots in second quest. You just tend to forget about the arrow on Death Mountain.
Alright, Vanilla level 2. What will be inside today? It's
a level.
Another level.
This could be 2.
It's looking like 2 right now.
Level 2 and vanilla. Level 2 and vanilla 2. Does pick up a key.
Yeah, I think that is level 2.
I'm about 95% sure right now it's level 2 with that map pickup.
Yep. But if that is level 2, my apologies for causing a spicy vanilla seed.
And hey, there's a white sword item. It's power bracelet. Saw that on random side.
And I confirm that. Alright, Malagord is now able to purchase a candle. We have 2 dungeons found so far outside of level 9. Don't know if we are going to necessarily stick with those 2. Also, welcome. Apparently we've gained a bunch of people. The Game Racing channel. Thank you for sending your game racing folks over here. We have just recently started the quarterfinals of the Battle Royale Boomstick Fun Part 2, where Random Effect, Malagord, and Captain Green are battling it out to see who ends up not last.
If you wanted a game race, you came to the right channel.
There's
Hi, Boomstick.
190. Ew.
It's not terrible with how generous the money in this seat is.
Admittedly, fair point.
Of course, bombs are 7 rupees, so why get the Boomstick when you can just get bombs? More dungeons. 7. Random effect is in 7.
With that toll, yeah.
Not even from the toll, just where it's starting and the way the dungeon's laid out, that is absolutely 7. I think he'll take the Triforce and he's just gonna go.
Yeah, I meant to say bait block, but yeah. Level 7, assuming that is 7, that is 7.
Yep.
In the 4 square just south of the desert. So that's an easy Triforce piece.
And Malagord decided to take the gamble and go to the far tippy top of Death Mountain only to find what looks like nothing.
Alright, Captain Green, more small secrets, but money is not a problem this seed, as you said, so we may just very well see some Boomstick action.
The real question is, where's the sword? I mean, we can see the swords in the Lionels, but those don't help us. Hey, another dungeon on random effect side. He's been rolling these dungeons out. This looks like 3. And that looks like Wizrobes.
And that looks like death.
What a combination!
Assuming that is level 3, that was found on the... Oh, hello! Wood Sword Find. In the Armos spot. On the... just near level 2.
Speaking of level 2, that's where Green's going.
May as well finish it off.
I mean, when you have a dungeon item on the floor, you might as well do it. And Random has found another dungeon. This will be 6. 6.
Unfortunately, I'd missed the location where level 6, as we are apparently calling it, is located.
I mean, that's okay. I missed it too.
Uh-oh, looks like level 2 may be ladder block, but level 6 has the bow.
So that's good if you go to level 6. You just don't have to go to level 6.
Ganon may be required. We don't know yet.
I was more referencing the fact that you don't have to get all the Triforces. So you could just say, nah, I'm not going to do 6. It's a big dungeon. Yes, 8gen. This is 0 HP enemies.
Alright, random effect is going through 6 again, at least we believe it's 6.
I mean, we've already seen the dungeon that starts in the far southwest, that is level 7, so you're kind of left with one option, and there's a map.
I confirmed the map sighting, yeah, that is definitely level 6, we just need to confirm which screen it's on. Oh, it's right near where we believe level 3 is. Also, Captain Green has Triforce Piece out of level 2, and Malagord is going to feel better very shortly.
I wonder if he's going to go back for the item. Nope. Level 6 is on the coast. I believe it's the middle coast. Okay, no, it's the far right coast spot. Never mind. Ignore me. Buy a heart.
Now, the interesting
What is this madness?
The interesting thing about the heart containers is we did see the power bracelet spot. 5 hearts is enough. We have not randomized the number of hearts you need to pick up the white sword item or the magical sword.
I don't think any of the runners are going to pick up the power bracelet as a priority. They might get it if it's on the way. But there's been enough dungeons found that they don't necessarily need to get it.
Oh, warps.
I like these warps already. Now I'm not as much a fan.
Definitely not as much of a fan.
I think we can confirm the dungeon on the coast next to level 6 is level 3. And there's a random effect for the sword.
So where's Captain Green going to head now?
The Dark World.
Apparently the Dark World is rich, 36 rupees.
Well, Village of Outcasts usually has a good, like, what, 600 in it?
Fair point.
Now, what I'm interested to see is Malagord is in level 6 right now. If he picks up the bow, will he go buy arrows immediately so that he has a weapon to work with?
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
And yes, Skarian, Captain Green did pick up the Triforce in level 2.
Alright, we have
there's
a
a
new
button.
level sighting 1 square east of the Lost Hills. It is a dark level.
It's 8. It's absolutely 8.
Well, it's ladder blocked.
Is anyone surprised?
I'm not.
Not either.
Also, let's see, we already saw the heart container on the ladder, so there is still 1 item unaccounted for in level 2 for random effect.
Well, 1 item unaccounted for, meaning 1 item in level 2.
That is true.
As remember that Heart Shuffle's not on. Because that's a beta feature. By the way, if y'all have never played with Heart Shuffle, it makes you clear every room in every dungeon. Oh, there it is. Magic Boomerang.
Magic Boomerang in level 2?
Yes.
Apparently we now have vanilla ice cream.
Gen also bringing up a good point in chat. There could be a scare to the left in level 8 because he did not, because Random Effect did not bomb left.
Alright, Captain Green has 200 rupees. Will we see a book purchase?
I think so.
Alright, I want a wand in level 1.
I want a wand in level 9.
Now that I think about it, we haven't seen level 1, have we?
We have not, nor have we seen level 4. We also missed it, but Random Effect took a potion out of one of the Taken he gave.
Alright, Captain Green diving back into what we believe is level 5. And Malagord is approaching the sword. And will get it.
He's probably not very happy that he's picking it up this late.
Still better than just a blue candle that you can only use once per screen.
So the question will become, if Captain Green goes to level 6, will he pick up the bow? Because both of our other runners have that bow right now, and this we can confirm this is true.
You mean on random effect side?
Yes. Because on Captain Green's side, I'm still holding that this is level 5.
Yeah, I definitely confirm random effects in 3. So it is just 1 in 4 left. Also, surprisingly high number of dig doggers we've seen this seed.
Well, okay, so we just got a question from chat about how having Heart Shuffle makes you have to clear every dungeon in every room. Or every dungeon in every room. Basically what Heart Shuffle does is you technically don't have to clear every single room of a dungeon. You have to clear all the drop rooms because the dungeon floor hearts are now shuffled into the rest of the item set. So effectively, every dungeon gains a floor item. So you find yourself having to clear more rooms to try to find those items that are on the ground in dungeons that normally wouldn't have ground items.
I hope we are not ladder blocked out of the item in level 3 here.
I would more so hope we're not ladder blocked from the Triforce.
I still want my wand book combo here. Well,
there's a tingle. I like this from Random Effect.
Ooh. We have a upgraded 85 rupees. I'd missed this for 3 bombs. Could be worse. Also, Level 3 has the white sword. Because all enemies are at 0 HP, random effect does not care.
Notably, that includes Ganon.
That does include Ganon. I almost forgot to mention that. Ganon, you only have to hit the pig once, and then fire the silver arrow. That, of course, assumes you even need to defeat Ganon to rescue the princess.
Now, this is interesting. That Malagord bought that bomb upgrade. It seems like he is going to make the play to not get the boomstick, guessing that he won't get the wand at some point. Oh, that room's ugly.
Yeah, without a ladder, it is impossible to get through unscathed.
Okay, good thing we're not playing one-hit KO.
Agreed.
So, Random Effect currently has the lead on the Triforce count with a grand total of 3. Captain Green right behind him at 2. Malagord currently has no Triforce pieces, but that's not to say he cannot catch up very quickly. We know the Triforce pieces in level 2 and level 6 are relatively easy.
That and
as well as level 7.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, as well as the level 7 Triforce piece.
Yep. Also, Malagord did purchase the bomb expansion, so if we have to cause a lot of boom without the distance, then Malagord has that going for him as well. Admittedly, I don't know if that's going to have much of an effect on this race. Ooh, unfortunate death.
Here's a level. This is 1 or 4.
That's 1, I think.
Nope, this is 4. Dark Room. And it's also ladder blocked.
Oh, come on!
We may get a ladderless C just because nobody has to go to 1, and Zelda might not be ladder blocked at this point.
But I want my boomstick!
Well, maybe it's not in level 4.
We try to set
no
up
trails. This is a 4 Triforce. Go ahead.
We try to set up a tournament involving Boomstick, and we can't even see it in action, folks. I apologize.
Well, that's like when you go banana percent. Sometimes you just don't get the banana.
Admittedly, fair point. Money game found for Captain Green. He does not feel like gambling. Random Effect has a passageway. I guess I missed him go into level 6? I think that one was also green.
No, this is 5. 6 was that... I don't even remember what color it was. It was on the coast.
Yeah, that's 5. Ew, red potions are expensive.
Yes, it is actually better to get the 2 blue potions. There's the map.
Wait, did I see Random Effect try to bomb up and it didn't work?
Yes, that is very possible in level 5. I believe there's 1 or 2 bomb walls that do not work in level 5.
Oh, right, because there is a room just above where he is, but Random Effect's not going to care. That's the 4th Triforce piece.
Yep, he is going to make his way to 9.
Where we are going to potentially find out if Ganon is necessarily required or not.
And we will also find out if we need a ladder.
That too.
I don't think we're going to need a power bracelet at 9. Just a hunch.
Alright, as we swap audio sources around, let's focus on Random Effect.
Schwappen. I like the old man.
I saw that too. I apologize in advance for this seed. So, the way that level 9 is going to work. Ganon may be required, Ganon may not be. If Ganon is required, we have to find the silver arrows. And then we have to find Ganon himself. Fortunately, our runners will have an advantage. Ganon is loud and Ganon is proud, a little bit too much. You will hear Ganon roar if you are one room directly away. Up, down, left, or right. Diagonals do not count. Spoiled Bratras that make their own noise in the next two areas will try to mask it, but either take them out and re-enter the room or just listen carefully. And then it's just a matter of finding Zelda.
I stand corrected on my Triforce rundown earlier. We did not see the Triforce in 6 because Random Effect got the Triforce out of 7 instead. So, here is the question. How do you search 9 if you're looking if you start off looking just for Zelda? How do you search 9?
Right hand rule?
Well, never mind. We just heard from Gary and Oldwolf, the creator of this tournament, that Zelda and Ganon are in their original rooms. So you'll only be able to enter Zelda's room from the south.
It's possible I was mixing... Wait. Force Ganon fight is set to optional, but if they are in their original rooms, then... Never mind!
I mean, Random could just done with an official time of 26:41 and be done. Now, you had a question about the not Force Ganon and original rooms.
That was not the original room where Zelda was, though. I don't know if I can make my point anymore.
So, when it says it forces Zelda and Ganon to their original rooms, it forces them to their original room layout, but not location.
You see, that makes sense. But for some reason I was thinking that they would be in their original rooms based off of what was said, but I am glad I was mistaken there. And yet I'm not, because I did not see Boomstick.
RIP!
Maybe Captain Green or Malagord will get us a Boomstick for us. In the meantime, why don't we see if Random Effect wants to join for an interview? Captain Green has to be careful. Okay, using a potion. Land molas are never fun.
Yeah, especially when you had to enter the room from the left. Sounds like with that thing, we have a Random Effect joining us. GG to you, sir.
Hey, thank you.
So, how about that lack of wand?
I very rarely get wand in here, so because everything's 0-hit KO, building up a count is really easy, so like the boomstick doesn't really help. I think I've gotten the boomstick one time in all the times I've played Boomstick Fun. Just because most of the time I don't want to spend my money on that, and you still have to find that shop and find the wand. It just, yeah. I very rarely will get that, but how about that 9, man?
I think I was just as surprised as everyone else that it ended up being so quick.
Yeah, with knowing sort of where Zelda has to be in her room, it limits what you can do, and so I purposefully did certain things. Just try to go up as far as I can. And then I go down a little bit more and over. And anytime I have a room above me, I'll try it. And sure enough, that one bomb hole was pretty nice to do because that's the only way in there. So that's it was very lucky to find that. It was partially luck and partially me just being like, yeah, that's a possible room for her. I should check that.
So how's about no ladder required? That was
I like
another
that.
interesting thing.
Yeah, I ran into some in level 5 that were blocking me a little bit, but I knew that there was that last room had to have been a staircase up because of the pathing. I think I can't really say that I made any mistakes except for just I don't even know if going the wrong way was a mistake at the beginning because I found level 9, so I don't know if that's a mistake. I see I'm in the channel now and nobody's in level 9 yet, so that's pretty crazy. I don't know if they found level 9.
I think all of our runners have found level 9. Captain Green may
Okay.
be heading in that direction, and we just missed him pick up the Triforce piece out of level 3.
I
Okay.
believe we did. The other thing is none of the other runners, I don't believe any of the other runners found 7, and 7 was a 3-room one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I did a little bit of 5 with swordless. I did a little bit of 7 swordless just to see. I did 6 swordless and got a bow out of it. I was pretty stoked about that. And then when I got my sword, I was searching around for another small level to do, and I found level 2. And then once I did level 2, I started in the northeast, and then it dawned on me. I was like, why the hell am I doing this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I know where 3 and 5 are. Those are my last 2 Triforces. Let's just do those. I have no idea where level 1 is, or level 4. Let's just get back. That's why I up and 8 immediately. I checked like 2 caves and then up and 8 because I was like, I'm going to 3 and I'm going to 5 and then I'll go to 9 because I already have the bow, and chances are we have a 25% chance that Ganon's required and the silvers are not in 9. That's a 25% chance. So I have a good chance that either one of those are off. 9's my play. So I don't know what I'm thinking.
Well-
If it helps any. Go ahead.
First of all, I think you were fortunate enough to have missed a toll room because Captain Green just ran into that. But second, I had a backup question for you. How many
Yeah.
keys did you have to spend for this level 9?
Maybe like 3, which is a problem right here. But I think a couple of you got one in this room that Captain Green was just in. And I think this is the room you want to go left in. So you actually don't need to use this key right here. Zelda is just to the left of this diagonal room that Captain Green is in. So if he goes down, left, and then bombs north, he will get there. So you really only needed 1 key, but you got a key. So
You said down,
yeah, so
left?
this room with the wall masters, go left. Nope, he's not going left. So if you go left and then bomb up, that's Zelda.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So he's gonna go a little bit out of the way, but he might go back that direction. You never know. It's kind of a
Could
tricky
also be a
room.
compass.
Yeah. That's why I was clearing a few rooms. I wanted to clear a few rooms that I thought might be staircases so that I can maybe get the silvers immediately if they were there. Or I was clearing easy rooms for compasses to see if... I say easy rooms, they're all pretty easy, but clearing any rooms that I know are a drop potential. Captain Green's going backwards.
Well, Captain
So-
Green did just take a death and is trying to retrace steps.
No,
right
he...
now.
Yeah, he just went into the room he's already been in.
Oh,
the,
the toll room.
The toll room, yeah. I think he forgot what it was. Anyway.
So that you're aware, we don't know where level 1 is either, and level 4 was in Deadwoods and ladder blocked in the second room.
Wonderful. Well, I'm glad I didn't find level 4. Yeah, I never found a lot of dungeons. I never found 1, 4, 8.
I think you did find 8.
I guess 1, 4, and 8. I never found 8. I never went up there. I didn't go to the northeast. I stopped at the Heart Rock and the 30 Secret Cave.
Okay, that must have been somebody else we saw in there.
Yeah, that's when I up and 8. I was like, what am I doing?
But you've also found 1 now.
Oh, I never found 1, but I mean, I see
Yeah,
1 on the map.
Yeah, it's very far out of the way for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. Which, what do our runners have? Nobody actually cleared level 1 either, so.
No, Malagord is the first
everybody's-
to have found level 1.
Oh yeah, I forgot that this was all 0-hit KO, or 1-hit KO. I probably should have picked up the boomerang. I passed it up in level 2. That would have been actually a good thing to pick up, because I kind of forgot.
Oh, the triangle one wasn't too bad. I believe Malagord's at 3 now. He might be at 4. When he pauses, we'll find out for sure.
I'm surprised that unless Captain has the
1, 2,
silvers,
and
which I don't think he
6.
has. He does have 3.
Yeah, Malagord also got the Triforce piece out of level 6, and we had missed it.
Yeah, and
Everybody
Captain
had
didn't
bow
even
and-
try a staircase. That was interesting. I would have probably popped my head in just to see if it was silvers.
He's gonna take his key and go up here. This is interesting.
Yeah, it's the room that he was locked out of before. Could be her.
It's very possible.
Another staircase.
Captain Green is just 1 bomb away from having to purchase more not. Thank you, item drop.
Well, you just gotta find the wand, and then you don't gotta worry about bombs ever. But we know the wand doesn't exist.
It's probably in 4 ladder blocked that you had to get the ladder out of 8 or something.
There are 2 items in level 9. I am going to hope that the wand is in it right now.
I mean, nobody's found Red Ring yet either, so still a decent chance it's in here.
That is true. Red Ring and Silver Arrows could be shuffled, or they could not be. We don't know yet.
So here's a fun little fact for those of you that want to run this at home. If you have 0 HP enemies but not 0 8, or rather, if you have 0 HP bosses but not 0 HP enemies, the Dig Dogger kids will not be 0 HP because they're counted as enemies for that flag.
I never knew
Doesn't
that.
make a difference. Yeah, it's not a difference here. And
Yes!
oh, there it is.
Yes! 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 Let the boomstick
Nice.
commence!
Does he have the book?
He did purchase it.
Yes.
That's gonna actually help him. So yeah, he can now kind of not worry about his bombs and just he might find Zelda a lot quicker this way.
The ironic thing
Or-
is, we would not have had a boomstick if Captain Green took the direct path you did.
That's true.
And in case you're wondering what the the bookshop was, it was directly north to start.
Yeah, I was meaning to double back there if I needed to, but I didn't want to waste my bombs there when it was so close to start that I'd rather waste my bombs finding levels in the northeast and the coast if needed. So he is 2 rooms south of Zelda right now. He needs to go 1 more north. He's gonna go back this way though. That's unfortunate. I'm watching the restream, so I'm a little behind probably.
Well, he's decided to take more staircases. Hey, hard for Malagord. He's up to 10 now. He could go pick up Mags, maybe.
No, Magical Sword is locked to its vanilla number of 12, and due to the 0 HP enemies and bosses, it's not really going to come into play. He already saw the White Sword and passed up on it.
That's what I did too. I was about to get it and I was like, wait a minute, this is useless.
I totally forgot about that.
However, Malagord does have his 4th Triforce piece, so now we have an unintentional race here. If Captain Green keeps on getting lost in this great equalizer of a level 9, then
If he takes these stairs, it's going to be really bad because she is left and up.
He's taking them. That's rough.
He's got that 1 room. It's a weird little thing. I mean, you don't normally want to bomb there. Like, this is an okay play. It's just unfortunate.
So here's the interesting thing. Malagord is making his way into 9 now. Do you think if either of them here is Ganon, they'll go try to find silvers if they're not a 9?
Probably not. I wouldn't. I wouldn't leave 9 until I know that they're required. Because they could still be in 9. And you don't know that he's required until you see the shutter door. I wouldn't leave.
Well, hopefully both of our runners are keeping in mind that there are wall masters in 9, so if they pick up a clock and the door doesn't open, double check it for the wall master.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's all 3 old man rooms. Nothing useful.
Yeah, we were in community. I figured we were in full community hints. Is that correct? From what I saw.
That's the impression I've gotten, is it's all community.
Yeah.
Oh, Malagord got wall mastered. Ouch.
Oof.
That might be good, though.
Yeah,
Might put it back on the path to
above
Zelda.
there, yeah. So.
I'm going to ask this question. I know it's not very likely, but is it possible that the runners forgot that Zelda's in her normal room?
In this week, I wouldn't think so. I forgot week 1, and then I realized that flag was on, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. But I don't think in this week, week 7 or whatever this is of the tournament, I don't think they will forget that.
I wouldn't think so either, but I just wanted to put the question out there.
Now, Malagord has more keys to use, but he's going in the wrong direction as well.
This feels like a game of cat and mouse almost.
Yeah, it's just Captain has more exploration, so he knows a bit more about it. But it could be anybody could go the right direction at this point.
Captain Green is reset, hoping to try something different.
He's got to see that one column underneath the dash that he just hasn't hit at all.
He did just pause, and I think he's checking it.
Yeah, that looks to be the direction he's going. Denied by the old man.
But he's
I don't think it
heading
was this
around.
room. Yeah, he needs to go back up.
He's doing that.
That's good.
He's going left. Will he bomb north? Will he attempt to bomb north with the boomstick? We can hope.
I would hope so.
Dodges the
He does.
Wizrobes, and there we go.
Finishing with an official SRL time of 43 minutes and 29 seconds.
GG!
GG indeed. And Malagord gets a boomstick.
Actually, I don't know if Malagord purchased the book.
He didn't. He has the stick. I don't think he's seen the bookshop yet.
Well, at least we got Boomstick from one runner.
And it proved pretty useful with the pathing that he took.
In the meantime, we'll try to get Captain Green in for an interview, as we will hopefully guide Malagord to victory, or at least to finish this race.
Which I do want to make something clear real quick. For how far behind Malagord looked, he made a very valiant effort at a comeback.
Agreed. It's just, joys of level 9. And with that, Captain Green, GG.
Thank you. GG Random.
GG, Captain. That was exciting to watch.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I was very nervous all throughout that 9, though.
Yeah, they'll probably have some questions for you, but I did get fairly lucky in 9. I just went straight north like you did, and then instead of you going like back down into the right and then taking some stairs and whatnot, I literally just went up and left and bombed up and I got it. Like my 9 was 7 rooms, something like that. That's all it was.
Nice.
So that's why it was pretty low. The time was.
Yeah, I mean, I also died 5 times on a 0 HP seed, so that definitely didn't help me.
I think I did once.
Hey man, some of those Lionels were just like, they were asking for it.
Yeah, I got off to a pretty bad start on the overworld.
Yeah, I was getting low, but I found levels at nice times, and you also saw me purchase a heart on the coast just because I didn't want to die that far from start. I was like, I'll just purchase this. I got a lot of money. Let's go.
Nice. I ended up dying what turned out to be 1 screen away from the wood sword, so that was the start of my run.
Well, I went the opposite direction, so I got wood sword at like 15 minutes or something like that. I did 2 dungeons swordless, I think. I got the bow, and I did 2 dungeons swordless. Maybe only 1 dungeon swordless, actually. No, only 1 dungeon swordless, that's right. But I got the bow swordless, and I just went left and did the graveyard first before making my way over to the forest. So I thought I was a little behind with that, but my exploration was really good. I found level 9. I'd found all the levels that I kind of wanted to find, so I didn't feel like I was too far behind, hopefully. But it makes me a little nervous getting it that late.
Yeah, it sounds like we actually took the same path. I went to the grave first, too. I just did not play it as cleanly.
So, as currently the only runner that picked up a boomstick, congratulations on living up to the title of the seed and the tournament.
Thank you. And it also kind of saved me, I guess, huh? Because Zelda ended up being behind the bomb hole, and at the end there I was just bombing every wall I possibly could. So, boomstick hype there.
Boomstick hype, indeed. I was a little concerned considering that last week no runner had the full boomstick package. And I kinda wondered if we were going to see it or not. Oh! Malagord actually was the only runner to find the compass and now knows exactly where to go.
Well, that's convenient.
I think that was a magic bomb hole to the compass, too.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Captain tried to bomb in a couple of different ways there. So I think that was the magic bomb hole.
You know, they could have put the compass a little sooner.
That's level 9 for ya.
Yeah, level 9 is always a little picky.
Those old men were so trolly, too, blocking the north. Because since Zelda's in her own room, you know, you should keep going up, 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 but twice they blocked me.
And
Well, that's one way to do it.
Malagord, expressing frustrations, finishes with a boom percent of 48 minutes, 49 seconds.
That is a sub 50.
Yeah, that was a nice seed. I mean, you really didn't need anything, so it's always those ones go pretty fast.
Thankfully, no Goma blocks.
Nope. And no ladder blocks that mattered. So
Hey, come on, we all know that the wooden boomerang behind the ladder was clearly very important to get.
In the meantime, we are going to see if Malagord wishes to speak with us for an interview. And Malagord is unable to join tonight.
I think he said he was having a little bit of a different restream setup tonight than he was usually working with.
That may explain why, but regardless, Random Effect and Captain Green, do you have any final thoughts here?
Not really. It's just going to be a great finals next week, next Sunday. Captain's been doing really well in these battle royales. Got to the top 2 of the one-hit KO swordless nonsense that just ended. He's top 2 now. He's a formidable opponent, and I think it's going to be a great match.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to next week, and should be a really good one.
Let's give it up one more time for Random Effect, Malagord, and Captain Green 7. Please give them a follow if you haven't already, along with my commentary partner, Alsoa, and our trekker, Gary and Old Wolf.
Well, you guys can't forget to give our restreamer and my commentary partner, Wolfman2000, a follow on top of that.
You are surprisingly kind, considering how trolly you get when it comes to these seeds.
Look, man, I'm a fan of the triple item block.
Well, were you a fan of this ladderless seed that wanted you to get the ladder?
Enough.
I will take that. So let's at least take care of some minor administrative business before we take care of our parting words. Monday, we have a number of different events. The channels will be assigned later, but 3 p.m. will be Super Mario Land 2's Randomizer League. Malkuckin versus Not Typo. 8 p.m. we'll have Slash Infinity versus Liam Piper on another Mario Land 2 Randomizer League. 11 p.m. will be the third Randomizer League match, Sharky 2107 versus the Squirrel. In between that, 9:30 p.m. we will have the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Weekly Race. But for those that want their Final Fantasy action right now, we will be sending you over to Randomania at the conclusion of this broadcast, where you will join Edge Figaro and Tristal duke it out in the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament. That match is currently in progress.
Well, I'm not good at finishing off broadcasts, so I'm just going to say probably we should go ahead and send them over.
Very well, as I prepare the commands for Alsoa, Gary and Old Wolf, and our runners, this is Wolfman2000 saying, until next time, watch out for Wizrobes. Enjoy!